Hello, I'm Janie Lantz,
And I'm Sue Hausmann.
and we're going to share with you some software today called 5D QuiltDesign Label Creator.
You know, I really feel strongly that it's important to put labels on your quilts when you make them. It's not something that you do for yourself, but you do it for the others to know for the future. We have some old quilts that we have no idea who made them, who they were made for, when they were made, and it would be so nice to see that information. So when you make a quilt, put a label on it and say who it's for. We have an example here on the table, and basically this little blue ocean quilt made by Olivia for Maria, July 2012. Now, that might be just enough information that 100 years from now someone would know it. And Maria will appreciate that when she receives that quilt.
She will. I have an antique quilt that was made by my husband's aunt, and I wish it had a label on it like this. You know, this is really pretty because look at all the information, and it's got decoration on it as well.
Well, one of the things that I've seen lately, Janie, and that's what's exciting about this, is that more and more quilters who in the past have had just basic machines, or maybe they've gone to a frame and a long arm machine, now they're getting into embroidery machines. And this segment is all about using your embroidery machine to create labels in the embroidery hoop.
Well, I see this is a nice small label. That would fit in a smaller hoop, wouldn't it, Sue?
That's right. So how do we go about this?
Well, we have the 5D QuiltDesign Label Creator, which is part of the 5D QuiltDesign system. And we can take our label creator. There are 50 different system styles available, and we can choose from one of these different preset styles. And here you can see we have quite a variety of them. Some of them have borders and frames and decorative flourishes in them.
Now people can actually print out from the PDF file that comes with the program.
Yes,
they can
they
print
can.
out all the different styles. So
The
if you
preset
prefer
templates.
to look at the preset templates on paper, you can do that. But you're not limited to what these say or what these are. You can change them completely,
Yes,
right?
you are not limited. What I like about the preset styles is that I can pick a style and I can go through and I can choose in the different pages letters for the top row of text if I want letters up there. All I have to do to change to a new text is to choose the little view, the little camera. We have 30 different fonts, 30 different fonts that we can choose from.
Great.
And we can also change our color just with a click of a mouse to preview it in any shade that we want.
So you can actually see the color before you sew it for your quilt. That's nice.
And we're very visual people. We love that. Quilters love to look at colors and textures. We can also add more text in the bottom, so maybe you would want to write a poem or something on a label.
And that you could choose a different font.
You could choose a different font and you could type in your own words. Then, if you wish, you can insert a flourish in between as sort of a little decorative piece. And again, there are lots of different choices of flourishes available.
Am I right? There are 750 different frames and flourishes.
Correct, all
So
together.
it's virtually unlimited.
Yes, yes, many different combinations. And as we go through this wizard, this offers us the opportunity to do a border, to add a pre-created border or a frame. We're going to choose to make a border because I love this. I can use decorative stitches.
You know, this is really a neat
Yes.
feature.
Yes. So we're going to just choose a decorative stitch that we like. We have lots of different choices there. I happen to be in a flower mood today. So we're going to look through these different flowers.
And you just pick the one you want and click. It's a
Yes,
wizard.
It's a wizard. And we say okay, and now we see those beautiful flower stitches around the outside where we would have had a frame otherwise. Or you can make a label with nothing at all if you wished. And to finish it up, you go to this next page of the wizard. Now you were asking me when we were talking about our labels, how would I know what size hoop I would put it in?
Well, I asked that question because I would, you know, be wanting to know how big is this label going to be.
Right.
I see it's right there.
It tells me right up here in the corner how big it's going to be, and I can change the letter size and the way the text is arranged.
And I know if you hover over that, I see you have this in inches.
Yes.
I in hoops think about millimeters.
Yes.
And so you could hover over it to see your millimeter size, or you could change the program to work in millimeters.
It works. It makes it very easy to use.
And I love that it does do that outline, and so that you know right where to cut it.
Yes.
It even has that mitered corner.
Yes.
Janie, you've got several great examples here, and we see how easy it is One of the, you're just saving it now and you'll
Yep,
stitch it out.
and it saves as any type of embroidery format pretty much that's available for home embroidery machines. So
One of
it's
the
stitched
things
on
I
any brands.
said, you know, I've made labels before in my software, but you have really been turning me on to this new 5D Quilt Design Creator because it's so much easier. It's
Yes.
just so much faster. Click, 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 and this is beautiful, something for a baby.
Yes. And notice we put little ducks around the outside edge. Isn't
And
that fun?
it's fun, and glitter thread, and something for a wedding. Isn't that a fun one? And you could tell a story.
You
You
could.
could write a poem. You certainly could create blocks for the front of your quilt too, with this text, all the different
Absolutely.
options. This was cute.
Wouldn't that be fun for a high school graduation?
Made with Love by Grandma. And this, of course, is the one that you were working on.
Yes.
And in the glittering threads. Beautiful. A golden
That
chain.
was a little poem.
And all of these are ready for you to put right onto. Oh, tell us about this one.
This is a special one that I made for a quilt for my son, and he's a bicyclist.
Uh-huh.
So one of the little decorative motif stitches is a bicycle, and quilted for Carl, 2012.
Wonderful. And of course, another one here. And we're reminded that we would simply make it for the size hoops we have. And here's a great big one that you did.
Yes, yes, we can actually make these larger size for the bigger hoops that many people have on their embroidery machines today. And we even have another piece in our software that automatically splits that design in case you need it split in half for a turnable hoop.
So you could make great big, really big
Yes,
labels and
really
still
large
stitch
labels.
them out with multiple hoopings
Yes.
or with a turnable hoop.
Yes.
So any embroidery machine, wonderful because it saves it in all different formats. Fabulous.
You're all labeled and ready to go.